Good evening. First, I would like to thank José, Aya, and Olivia from the Health Center. I also want to thank Miss Alta, but guys, don't forget we are still missing one pair of red and white socks, so keep on looking in your bags, please. Thanks to Mr. Follis, Michael Follis, who was my assistant coach, who brought his knowledge and experience of field lacrosse all through the season, as much as he could despite a busy fireman schedule. Busy. But most of all, I truly want to thank Mr. Van Dyke and Mr. Ryu, who contributes to, for the planning and the organization of the lacrosse season. Lacrosse is a building program, and without their tremendous effort and dedication, this sport will not have been played this spring in Stanstead. The sport was also played because of 20 students who registered. I want to thank each and every one of you for your participation and involvement in this beautiful sport. Lacrosse is very popular in many universities and colleges throughout the USA and Canada. And I cross my fingers that we will be able to have our first home game next season in order to show all of you the beauty and the elegance of the sport. It is a mix of hockey, basketball, soccer, rugby, and it is actually the first Canadian national sport before hockey because it was played here, maybe even in those lands, by native tribes who were organizing games, tribe against tribe, as an alternative to war. Isn't it a great tradition to do sports instead of war? I honestly dream that lacrosse will become an important and recognized sport in Stanstead College, and I will do my best to promote and develop the program. This year we had a short season, 7 games, 2 wins, 1 tie, and 4 losses. But that means nothing. Because 20 students from grade 9 to 12 were playing lacrosse here in Stanstead with passion and determination. And they faced schools that have had lacrosse programs for over 150 years for Westmount, 89 years for Brebeuf. That requires a lot of courage and a lot of humility. Lacrosse players, you are pioneers, and pioneers are the kind of people who change and improve our world. Because of your courage, I invite you to come in front and get your lacrosse pin, please. I will give 3 awards. For sportsmanship, and the Hess will come together. For sportsmanship, to a guy who was screaming at the beginning of the year, "Ah, I have the ball!" Right? but who improved significantly all through the season. He was the first on the field, and his work ethic is absolutely phenomenal. The other one, a senior S, is to someone who was totally dedicated and carried the team on his shoulders. I invite Paul Tang and Tyler Vosenek, please. For the major S, I want to recognize a player who is off the charts in my book. He scored the majority of our goals. He is a complete lacrosse player, a quiet but efficient leader with memorable skills. Please applaud Tanner TNT Tarbell.
Speaking for the badminton program, Mrs. Andrews.
So last year's speech was 3 sentences, not joking, and this year it's a lot longer. And that says something about the team this year. I have a whole lot to say about you, and I'm going to keep it under my 5 minutes. So one of the reasons why I have more to say is because we made some changes to badminton this year. One of the first was that we made cuts, and we wanted to make sure that we had a smaller team so everyone had more time to play. And cuts are a whole lot more difficult than I thought they would be. And I want to give my thanks to Vincent and to Mr. Van Dyke for their advice in that, and Vincent for his help in general over the season. The advantage of having cuts, not only for extra play time, is that we ended up with a very talented, badminton-loving, hard-working players. And of course, the bonus to that is that we lost a whole lot less birdies than we did last year. If you remember last year, we lost 70 birdies last year, and this year we didn't lose near as many. It's because you guys are so good. You didn't lose them up above the lights, so thank you very much for that. And Alta, my thanks to Alta, who this year fortunately didn't have to go get all those birdies, but still set us up really well for the season. Another change that we had is instead of a lot of badminton free playing time, we did drills, and then more drills, a lot of drills. But the advantage is they improved so much, and they were willing to work and put in the time. And we have a team that I was very happy to take to badminton tournaments, and we didn't win every match, and that's okay. But I think we're improving, and I'm really looking forward to hearing about how they do in future years. And even this group has improved so much. The last big change we made is we added competitive ladders. And so we had opportunity for singles play, and it led to some really amazing games. That last ladder day that we had, I loved watching those games. Everyone was really fighting to hold their position or fighting to move up the ladder, and I love to see everyone putting in that level of energy and effort. Of course, because we had such fierce competition, it also led to the great badminton birdie crisis of 2017. You guys remember this, where all of our birdies were literally falling apart because of the smashes that were happening, thanks to Mr. Van Dyke, who got us better quality birdies after that. But we literally had a practice where we had no birdies to play with because they had destroyed them all with their big hits. So good job, you guys, and now we got better birdies. Yes, good. A couple of people that I want to mention, just kind of as honorable mentions, Dakota and Angelina, who earned second place on their respective ladders. You guys worked really hard to get up there, and you defended your positions. To Jaja and Jeffrey, who ended up third on their respective ladders. To Saku, the most intimidating serve anyone on the other team. You've just got to see her do it and the look. And we're scared, and she hasn't even done anything yet. But then balanced with her very enthusiastic victory dance. So between the two of them, she's got them coming and going. To Lorraine, for amazing improvement. She started as a newer player down at the bottom of the ladder and worked her way up to the top half. Really pleased with the dedication that she showed. I hope that she plays next year if she's here. And to Sam, who took the risk after, 5 years and tried a new sport and was a great leader for our team and really appreciated all that he brought to that. This is my second year doing badminton, but really the first year doing it in a serious way. And while I'm not going to be here next year to continue with it, having this much fun with you guys has actually made me want to do badminton wherever I go. So I don't know if they'll want that, but it's something that I want to pursue, and it's a lot because of you and the work that you put into it and the love that you showed. So come on up and get your pins. I have 6 awards to give, and the first award today is a Bantam S. This goes to a Bantam student who, like I said, we had our competitive ladder, and he ended up higher on the ladder than other junior or senior boys. And for that, I was really impressed watching him play and his improvement throughout the season. He was also just a dedicated player, and I'm really looking forward to, even as a Bantam, hearing how he'll progress in the coming years. Bantam S to Michael Wu. These other ones we'll do together. So our Sportsmanship Award this year goes to Matthew Campbell. He had great improvement throughout the season. I loved watching him during the mixed doubles tournament, the way that he worked with his partner and learned from his partner. He showed a true love of the sport and didn't just play just for fun, although he obviously had a lot of fun and took every opportunity he could to play, but also took the opportunity to learn and seriously kind of studied the sport. He was also incredibly helpful and always there to do whatever is needed for the team, and I really appreciated his help. Our junior, just got to clarify. Okay. So I have 3 junior S's. The first one goes to Lucas Etienne. Lucas is an exceptional player. He's a junior player, but did very well again on the ladder. I was really impressed by his work at the Galt tournament. While they didn't end up in the finals, he and his partner won 5 out of their 6 games. Still didn't get them into the semifinals, and that's how tough the competition was. But they won 5 out of their 6 games. And in our mixed doubles competition, he ended up 2nd as well. So excellent player, excellent lover of the game, always looking for opportunities to play. The second junior S goes to P.Y. Chung. P.Y. By far is the best player of the team. Top of the ladder, a great leader, and always looking to play. And our last junior S goes to Amanda DeGrasse. Amanda played on both the ladders, actually, which was quite impressive. It meant that she had to play a whole lot more, but she played on both the boys and the girls' ladder and did well on both. All of those are amazing players. And our senior S this year goes to Coco. She ended up 3rd at the Galt tournament. She went and represented our school really well and ended up 3rd. Remembering that at that tournament, they were there at their end of their tournament, and we were at the end of their season, and we were at the start of our season. So she still ended up 3rd against players that had been practicing and playing for weeks. Coco unfortunately had an injury towards the end of the season, which kind of took her out a little bit, but her attitude and her effort still are incredibly commendable, and I want to thank all of them for the efforts that they put in. Come on up.
Speaking for the golf team, Mrs. Smith.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this glorious day that we had this afternoon now, especially since sports are done and you don't have to play in the rain anymore. So, firstly, I'd like to offer my congratulations to all the other spring teams on very successful seasons. Well done, everyone. I'd like to thank Mr. Van Dyke and Mr. Dozois for all of their organizing of our tournaments and our travel. But most of all, I'd like to give a huge thanks to Mr. Vanas, someone who learned golf in the junior program here locally, who participated as a Spartan for 2 years when he was here at Stanstead, and now he's my assistant coach, and he was awesome. So thank you, Mr. Vanas. So after 2 very wet, very cold weeks of practice, our season actually began with our first of our 4 tournaments at a very wet and soggy course in Cowansville. Now, some years the golf season is very lopsided with one team running away with everything because they have a very strong team. This year was in fact the opposite, and we faced very stiff competition right from the get-go. Case in point, even though we won the first tournament, we actually won it by what's called retrogression, which is a tiebreaker, as we had tied with Galt. Second tournament, we won by 5 strokes, still very close. We came second by 9 strokes in the third tournament, thus we're down 4 strokes going into the finals. So the golf season is cumulative, so all your scores count all season long. So it's not like if you lose the first one, it's okay, you can recoup it, because everything counts. Unfortunately, home course advantage did not pan out for us in the championship, and we finished second overall to Alexander Galt. Nonetheless, it was a solid season on many levels. We had good fun learning and competing. We had fun at team suppers at Woods, having Timmy's in the van on the way to tournaments, putting contests, chipping contests, long drive contests. Basically, at every opportunity, we had a good time. Now, being a member of the golf team is a little bit different than being on a rugby team or a soccer team, because when you go to a competition, yes, you're a team, and yes, you're representing your school, but you're also competing against the course, you're competing against the elements, and you're competing against the little voice in your head that tells you that the putt's going to go straight. And in fact, it breaks 3 feet to the left. And missing that 1-foot putt or slicing your first 3 drives can put a real damper on your game. And at that point, there's no one to sub in for you. So you have to be tough enough to mentally get over it and finish your round. The other part of golf is the friendships that develop with the other schools. The nature of the game is such that we celebrate everyone's good shots and we commiserate with them on their bad ones, because we've all had days like that. Now, there's an old adage that the word golf, G-O-L-F, is actually an acronym for gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. That's not true with our team, because we have some of the strongest, most accomplished female golfers who gave all the boys in the ETAC, including their teammates, a run for their money all season long. The team was made up of several juniors: Charles, Tammy, Tyler, Jeremy, and Margot. 8 seniors: Axel, Anna, Eric, Jean-Olivier, Philip, Baba, Sebastian, and Q. We're proud of every one of you and sincerely hope that you all enjoyed your season. You are good competitors. You all worked to improve some aspect of your game. You challenged yourselves, and you were true ladies and gentlemen on the course. You all have a passion for a game that you'll be able to play for many years to come. Look at me, I'm still proof positive. I sincerely hope that you'll all continue to play and invite you to come up and please get your pin. You've all represented the SC golf team in a true Spartan fashion and should be very proud of your accomplishments. So we have 4 awards tonight, and I would ask that all award winners come up together at the end. Our first award is the Sportsmanship Award. This goes to a true prodigy of the game. This young man was a sponge on the golf course. He listened, he imitated, he learned, and he improved to the point where he could go out and play 9 holes and make 3 or 4 pars after a month of playing the game. He learned not only how to make different kinds of shots, how to read the greens, but he asked questions. What do you do if your ball's in the water, if your ball's in the sand, if your ball's under a tree? And he tried to learn everything. Additionally, he learned about the etiquette of the game and was a true gentleman to play with. Congratulations to Andrew Baba Amoose, a true sportsman in every sense of the word, who happens to hit the ball just like Bubba Watson. Now, just as a side note, for those who don't know, Bubba Watson is a professional golfer who they say is the longest driver on the PGA Tour, but they can't really tell for sure because his ball goes so far out before it starts going down the fairway that they really don't know how far it actually travels. And Andrew kind of hits like that. Okay, we're also pleased to award 3 senior S's tonight. The first one goes to one of those girls who kicked butt against the ETIAC boys. She has a gift for the game. She's a true competitor. She talks golf. When she's finished a round, it's all about how many fairways she hit, how many greens she hit in regulation, how many putts she made. And prior to a competition, she studies the course we're going to play, and she draws her own map of each hole, marking bunkers, creeks, and distances into the green. She's not with us tonight as she's just had some surgery on her shoulder, but our first senior S goes to Margot the Roquette, who, mark my words, will be competing at a very high level in the very near future. The second senior S goes to another very gifted golfer. And as well as being talented and being able to hit the ball a country mile, he's positive, helpful, and ever encouraging of his teammates. On a number of occasions, we changed up our practice groups, and he always helped and encouraged the younger or less experienced golfers. He offered pointers, gave tips, and was a fantastic role model, truly someone who the others could look up to. And should he ever decide to give up hockey, Eric Johansson has definitely got the skill, the aptitude, and the mindset to easily make a career in golf. Now, in addition to our ETIAC League competition, we also have an internal award, the Alex Phillip Golf Shield, which is awarded annually to the golfer who has the lowest overall average for all the rounds of golf that we play over the course of the season. In addition to winning the Shield, the winner is also winning our final Senior S for his contribution to the program not only this year, but over the course of the past 3 years. This year, he won the first of the 4 tournaments and finished in the top 3 in each of the others. He's an excellent golfer. He's composed, serious, patient, most of the time, consistent, and he's not easily flustered. I'm very confident when I say that he could easily have a real future in golf as either a player on the tour or as a teaching pro. Congratulations to our final award winner, Axel Cote. Please come up and get your awards. Okay. Thank you all.
Senior boys rugby, Mr. G.
It's fitting that Mr. Van Dyke started the night by talking about caring, coaches that care about you, because I wrote down 3 words for my speech. The first was love, second is steel, and the third is hardware. When we talk about love, we talk about 3 things, basically trust, respect, and passion. And on a rugby team, you gotta have trust. The guys trust each other to do their jobs on the field. They trust their coaches to teach them the skills and tactics they need. And the coaches trust the players to execute those things on the field. We have respect for the opponents. It'll happen in a rugby game that you'll crush a kid, right? Take him out of bounds because he's carrying the ball, but you're gonna put your hand out and actually help him up. And it's a cool thing that happens in our game that doesn't happen in a lot of games. And we respect officials too, because we don't talk back to refs. We just zip it, shut up, and take the penalty, right? And passion, well, you can just talk to Oscar and ask him how much he likes the game of rugby. He doesn't like the game of rugby. He loves the game of rugby. So I wanted to spread some of that love tonight. Alta, we love you. You know why. Mr. Van Dyke, we love you. You know why. You guys do such a great job at everything that you do. And Spurk, we love you, brother. I said some kind words about Logan Van Ass at the soccer assembly, and I'd like to do the same for Spurk. He's not an assistant coach. He is a head coach. He set up a rugby academy in Sherbrooke over the last 10 years. He's worked with Team Quebec coaches, and he's worked with national team coaches. François Ratier, Team Canada coach. He brings an expertise to our school, awesome drills, great on-field vision and tactics and strategies and things, and he's been amazing to work with all season long. And the cool thing about Mr. Van Ass and Emily Norris and Spurky is that they are all graduates of Stanstead College. They are all a product of Stanstead College, like all of you in this room, right? So they are proof that Stanstead College works. And we should be proud of that, right? It works. Stanstead College is a working school that will produce great people who will give back. And one day you will all be part of that Spurk Nation and his little friends. I wanted to make a point. The second word I wrote down was steel. Steel is, we had an unofficial theme this year with the rugby team, which was steel sharpens steel. And what we mean by that is you gotta play and be as hard as you can all the time. This is a sport that is a high impact, high contact sport, and you gotta play as hard as you can in practice and every single drill that you do. If you do that, you will make people better on the team. So what we mean really is that it doesn't matter what position you play, and I mean that for all of you in this room. Whatever sport you play, whether you're on the first line, third line, whether you're on power play, penalty kill, whether you're on the bench or on the field playing, it doesn't matter. You are on the team, so it's not the position that you play that matters, it's you that matters. You matter. Being on that team is important. Think about it. The worst thing that can happen is you will make the starters better at their jobs. That's great for the team, isn't it? The best thing that can happen is you will steal a starter's job. And that's great for you, and it's also great for the team. So it's a win-win situation. You can't go wrong by being on the team. Fortunately, we had 26 boys on that team this year, part of the steel mill, right? Steel making steel and making each other stronger all the time. And we're lucky that we have a pin to recognize that. So come on up and get your pins, fellas.